Good morning. We're walking to the border, less than 5 miles to go to get there. We started at 5:40 this morning, an early start from Hopkins Lake. We just passed a bunch of campers, like 5 tents set up next to the trail. They were just getting up and fixing breakfast. We don't know where they're going. There was a trail junction there. I'm hiking without my trekking poles this morning, slack packing. I left my tent and sleeping bag back at the camp, but I fell. I took a fall a little while ago on the side of the trail. I just kind of lost my balance and went down. Fortunately, didn't get hurt. So it's a big day for the end of the trail for me. And then we have to hike 30 miles back over the next few days to Harts Pass, where we can do laundry and shower before we go home. Looking forward to that. Terminus of the Pacific Crest Trail. We've seen Annie Provincial Park. Too bad I can't go there. So, Mr. Frampton, how do you feel on the completion of your epic journey on the Pacific Crest Trail? I feel relief, and it's time to start a new chapter in my life. Something else. You started this in 2019, and I think you made an attempt to get here in 2023, but the fires kept you away. Same thing in 2024. Finally, this section from Stevens Pass to the northern terminus is complete. Congratulations. Thank you. It's amazing. Woo-hoo. Thanks. Welcome to Canada, northern terminus. Well, we made it to the border monument. We had a cup of coffee and a bag of Doritos. We met a nice couple here. The guy had hiked the PCT in 2017 and he was returning. There's a helicopter coming. Here's what the monument looks like here. We're hiking back to our campsite at Hopkins Lake after touching the border and enjoying a cup of coffee and a bag of Doritos. And that helicopter that flew over, that was really something. It was flying really low, kind of hovering over the border. Couldn't figure out if it was a Canadian or American Border Patrol helicopter. But they were doing something. Maybe they were just checking the border security. But it's really nice hiking without my bear canister and all the added weight of my sleeping gear, tent, and no trekking poles. It's just like going for a stroll in the city now. Thinking about taking a dip in Hopkins Lake when we get there. Taking lunch and a short siesta, and then we're going to try to get some mileage before we find another campsite tonight. Adios, amigos.
This is Hopkins Lake, where we camped last night, kind of like our base camp before we headed out to touch the border. A pretty hot and steamy return, so we came to dip our feet and cool off a bit before we have lunch, pack up, and hit the trail.